All right, everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the discriminant. We're going to actually spend 2 days talking about this material, so if you don't get it all figured out today, that's probably okay, but today we're definitely going to start and lay out the basics for you. So the discriminant is a special number that tells us how many answers an equation is going to have. Now, in order to find the discriminant, we are going to use a formula, and that formula is going to be b squared minus 4ac. Now this is something you absolutely want to write down and have handy, because we're going to use this formula on absolutely every equation we work with. Now coming up here, before we can actually use the formula, we need to identify what is a, what is b, and what is c. Now if you notice right here, we're missing a number in front of that b, so we're going to put a 1 right there. Now, when I talk about A, B, and C, I'm talking about the numbers in my equation. So this first one right here, this is what we call A. So A would be -6, B is going to be -1, and C is going to be +3 over here. So what I always like to tell my kids to do is to make a list. A, B, and C. A is -6, B is -1, and C is 3. Now, once you have that list made, you're kind of like, I don't know, about halfway, but you're definitely well into the problem at that point. So now we just want to grab our discriminant formula. So b squared minus 4ac. I like to put parentheses in there. Actually, I'm going to put parentheses on all of this stuff. Let's put parentheses on everything. All of the letters get a set of parentheses around them. Now, in this situation, since I know b is -1, inside the parentheses, I'm going to put -1. Now, a is -6. So inside the parentheses, I'm going to put -6. And c is 3. So inside the parentheses, I'm going to put 3. Now, this is probably the toughest part. But fortunately for us, if you have a nice calculator, a lot of the times that can get the work done for us. So coming over here, here's the calculator I have. We can try to find some other ones too if you don't have a graphing calculator, but most calculators work this way. So I'm just going to type in everything exactly like I see it. So then it's going to be -4 parenthesis -6 parenthesis 3. And when you hit enter, it should give you the answer exactly like you see it. So in this case, our answer would be 73. Now that's one way to do it. Another way to do it would be to use a program called Desmos. Now I think this will work for us, and we'll see. I know a couple of you guys already use this as your graphing calculator, so that's fine, but I'll make sure I get you the link to this if this works. So let's just try to enter it in the same way. So we're going to have our parenthesis, and we're going to do -1, parenthesis, and then we're going to square it, right? So we use the little a squared button there, and then it is -4, parenthesis, -6, close the parenthesis, and then do another parenthesis with a 3. And notice how we get an answer of 73. We don't even need to hit enter because it already tells us there. So we got our answer the same way. Now to get to this program, you just want to use, let me type it in on my other computer here to make sure I give you the right website. Yeah, if you just go to desmos.com, DESMOS.com, they will have that calculator. You might need to click on graphing calculator first, but this will give you a calculator that you can use. I'll try to put the link for that in Schoology too. Let's do another problem. So right off the bat, I notice how I don't have a letter in front of the N, so I'm going to put a 1 there just to hold the spot. Now I'll do my A, my B, and my C. It's really important that you get these numbers right. A is the number in front of n squared, so it's going to be -7. B is the number in front of n, so that's going to be a +1. And C is the last number, which is a -1, so I'm going to put a -1. Now remember, when we use the discriminant formula, it is b squared, but we have parentheses around the b, -4 times A times C. Our b in this problem is 1, so I'm going to have 1 squared minus 4. My A value is -7, and my C value is -1. Now, you really can't screw this up if you just copy your numbers into the right spot and you type it into your calculator correctly. So now I'm going to type it in. So I'm going to have my parenthesis 1 squared minus 4 parenthesis negative 7 parenthesis negative 1. And when you hit enter, you get negative 27 there. So negative 27 is what we know as our discriminant. Let's do a couple more of these. So here's another one. So A, B, and C. So A is going to be negative 3. B is going to be positive 9. And C is going to be positive 9. Remember, A, B, C. Once you get that done, you want to use your discriminant formula, which we know is B squared minus 4AC. But remember, all of the letters have parentheses around them. So it's going to be parenthesis, parenthesis, and then parenthesis. Notice how the parenthesis doesn't go around the squared there. It goes on just the B. So now I'm going to have my parenthesis. B was 9 minus 4. Here's my parenthesis. For A was negative 3. And C was positive 9. Just like so. Now we just want to type all of that out. So, if we come over, we're going to have 9 squared minus 4 parenthesis negative 3 parenthesis 9. And we get 189, it looks like, which will be our answer. Nice job. Let's do another one. So here's another one. So first, A, B, and C. It looks like A is 9, B is negative 7, and C is negative 3. Now let's go to our discriminant formula. B squared minus 4AC, but don't forget all those parentheses. So B was negative 7, so negative 7 squared minus 4, parenthesis, 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 parenthesis. A was 9, and C was negative 3. Now let's type it in. So I'm going to have my parenthesis, negative 7, parenthesis, that gets squared. Minus 4, parenthesis, 9, close it, open a new one, negative 3. Oh, we get 157, it looks like, as our answer. Nice job. Let's take a look at another one. We have 2 left here. So coming over here, first A, B, C. A is negative 4. B is positive 10. C is negative 3. Remember your formula. That is B squared minus 4 times A times C. B is 10, so I'm going to have 10 squared minus 4 times negative 4 times negative 3. So coming over to my calculator, let's type it in. Whoops, didn't get my parenthesis. Parenthesis, 10, close it, squared, minus 4, parenthesis, negative 4, close it, negative 3, close it. And it looks like our answer is 52 when we get that all typed in. Nice job. Let's do one more. So here's our last one. So coming over to this problem, remember, first identify your A, B, and your C. So A is positive 9, B is positive 10, and C is positive 6. Now we go to our formula. So we have B squared minus 4 times A times C. So B is 10, so I'm going to have 10 squared minus 4. A is 9, whoops. And C is 6. Now we just want to type that all in. So, coming over, we're going to have 10. Whoops, forgot my parentheses again. 10 to the second power minus 4, parenthesis 9, parenthesis 6. And it looks like our answer is negative 116 this time. But that's it. That's how we find our discriminant. Tomorrow, we're going to spend some more time and we're going to talk about what the discriminant is. So remember, I'm going to sit there and find a calculator app for you and I'll post that in Schoology so you can use it. Thank you guys so much for watching the full video. If you have any questions, just make sure you reach out and ask. Thanks, guys. Have a nice day.